What's up guys, my name's Legend and today I'm going to be sharing with you my build for Countess. Before we get started, if you enjoy the video, don't forget to hit that like button. This is actually my first YouTube video, so all the support is appreciated. Without further ado, let's get started. Alright guys, so let's take a look at my build. I like to start off with a health potion and a mana potion. From there you can either get a strike token, another mana potion, or harvester's key, depending on your situation and your teammates. If you find yourself in the jungle, I will start off with the stalker's key, because that's really the only item that's going to give you the sustain you need to get through the jungle clears. I like to get a Adamant's Edge on my first back and upgrade it with 3 1-point health tokens. Her health is really low early game, so I like to fix that first. The second thing is her mana, so those are the first two things you want to take care of, and I take care of mana with the Chrono Spike. I build it with advanced mana, a mana, and a major strike. After you take care of your early game mana and health issues, you're going to want to pick up a ward. My ward's the Assassin's Ward, which has the penetration in my build, and you don't want to get the penetration until you feel you've got enough damage and you start seeing that damage kind of fall off a little bit. I build my Assassin's Ward with a Sinister Pierce and 2 strikes, and I'll generally upgrade this last because there's no fully bonus upgrade. From there, the rest of the build is completely up to you. I have another Chrono Spike to get the 10% CDR. I have a Spike Bone Plate, a Thorn Greenweave, both for the armor you're going to need against all types of heroes. Madspore Stash is a great counter to Iggy. It has a really good AoE, it'll take care of his turns for you. And then there's the Charging Brute, which is amazing. It gives you a lot of mobility in lane and can really make the difference between you securing a kill or getting away. It just gives you a lot of speed. And you're going to want to build this, depending on your situation. I have them all as 11-point cards so that I can fit a 5-point card at the end of my build. It's either going to be the Madspore Sash, the Charging Brute, or the Blink. You can also fit in the Teleport if you like that type of thing. Personally, I like to go with the Blink Charm. Countess is a very mobile hero, and Blink Charm's I feel like the best item to really give you the opportunity to make those big plays. Countess's early game laning phase is where she's weakest. I like to start off with her Shadow Slip ability first because it's going to help her execute minions, which is really going to help her in the early game farm. After that, I'll pick up her Siphon ability to help her sustain in the laning phase. From there, I will pick up her Dark Tide and max that out first because it's her highest damaging ability and it's the best wave clear. I then max out her Siphon Blade second with her Shadow Slip coming last. I consider Countess a very demanding hero. If you're going to succeed with her, you're going to want to know all of her strengths and weaknesses. The same applies for anyone who wants to shut her down. For example, at level 5, Countess has about 700 health, which means if you're a Murdoch or a Grimmix, your ult will do about 50% of her health and damage. By simply ulting her when you hit 5, you can force her to back or secure a kill, which will make her ganks on you as a ranger that much weaker later in the game. And as a Countess, you should be aware of this. This is why that I get health on my very first back. As Countess, you're going to want to get as many blue buffs as possible. The problem with that is she doesn't really have the sustain to get blue buff early in the game. So make friends with your jungler because you're dependent on him to help you out early and he's dependent on you to carry in the late game. I would definitely be familiar with her stats. Knowing exactly how much mana it takes to use each ability can really help you out. Say her ultimate, it takes 100, it's always going to be 100 mana. So if you know you only have 100 mana, you can't really use any other abilities if you're going to want to use your ultimate. Her blink is generally can only take about 50 mana, because I usually build that last. So if you're ever at 150 mana, you know that you can go in there, blink, ult somebody, and get out. So just keeping, like, micromanaging your mana and your health and a lot of the basic stats things will really help you out. Another tip I have is her rotations are really strong, obviously. So don't just sit in your lane and never rotate. She's got literally the best rotations in the game, hers and probably Chimera's. So pay attention to the map and be aware. If you see someone who needs help or who's vulnerable for a gank, just rotate there, ult, get in, get out, and get fed.